on fire. She's smoking. Janet, Carol Sue, Mika, Monique. Hello. And the rain has just started on the tour. Of course, rain was not forecast today. Hello, everybody. Maybe it's just the sea. I'm getting splashed by the sea. Diane, Christine. Hello. Anna. Is that a Kiwi flag or an Aussie one? Can't see. Cheryl, what up, lass? Fish chips, mushy peas, and a bag of scraps. I've just had fish and peas, actually. No fish and peas. Fish and peas? I've just had fish and chips. I don't know where I got the fish and peas from. You recognise this beach? Look at the big, is that a big tour group out there? Sarah, Christine, Brianna, Sharon, hello. Welcome to the east coast of Scotland. St Andrews. Quite windy and fresh today, quite cold, shall we say? Check the temperature. 54. Oh yeah, and look at this. I've been checking the forecast all day. It wasn't rain, and of course, just before my tour starts, the weather forecast changed. Typical. Unbelievable, this country, Scotland, man. If it's not signalling problems, it's the wind and the weather. Does your nutting, man? So it does, by the way, that. No. How's life, everybody? Let me know where you're from. Type a chat in the box. Let me know what part of the world you are listening or watching from. Lorraine, hello Lorraine, how's it going? Sunday in St Andrews. It's freezing. Deborah from Wisconsin. Christina from Ontario. Lexi from the Bronx. We've got Lexi from the Bronx, everyone. Temperature, can you see that? Look at this. 54. Pennsylvania, hello. Cheryl. There's a bit of sun at the moment in Preston, Lancashire, but very windy and chilly. It's very similar weather here, actually, lass. Blinking freezing. Brass monkey weather. Is it brass monkey? I can't remember what you call it, lass. My English, I've long forgotten all my English that I know. Lexi, ha ha ha. Hey Paul, how's it going? I've got an amazing postcard for you, everyone. Well, just get ready with your postcard fingers. Get ready. 1 second. 1 second, I'm just going to turn around. I'm watching not get killed because there's so many bloody cars. Hang on, get your postcard fingers ready, everyone. Postcards, you ready? Finger on the button. Finger on the button. Let's go. Here we have a toilet block. Very modern. It's a bit niche. Is that what they say? I was only kidding about the postcard. It's a toilet block. Gail, Robert, how you doing? Welcome to the home, the so-called home of golf. As you can see, we've got the North Sea out here. This is a famous beach. Anyone recognise this beach from a famous movie? Hey everybody, Roberto, ¿qué pasa, hombre? ¿Qué tal? Woo. on? How you doing? Madison, hey, this is from a famous movie. You must recognise this. Look at this, people swimming in the sea, man, look. This is how nuts they are in Scotland, man. It's stupendo. Look, there's people swimming in the sea. It's the North Sea. That'll be about 10 Celsius, 10 Fahrenheit in there. And there's crazy people swimming in the sea. Can you believe it? I'm freezing. Well, I've excelled myself today, everyone. Was anyone on my tour? I told them I left my jacket in a hotel in Inverness. I left one of my jackets in a hotel in Inverness. My job as a tour leader is to tell everyone, don't forget your clothes and your jackets and your passport. Guess what? I left my jacket in Inverness. We then moved on to Aberdeen. Guess what I've just done today? I've left another jacket there. So I've left 2 jackets on holiday. Well, I'm not on holiday. It's my job to tell the tour group, don't forget everyone, has everyone got their passports? Has everyone got all their clothes, everything? Kindles, iPads, phones? Yep. And here's me, I've lost 2 jackets in a row. The tour leader leads a tour leader. I need an assistant. I need a glamorous assistant. That's what I need. Preferably Swedish and blonde. I'm only kidding. I hope I get them back. Well, in fact, the tour leader, there's one tour group behind me in Inverness. He's bringing my jacket down to Edinburgh. You'll need to bring my other jacket from Inverness, from Aberdeen too. You'll need to bring 2 jackets. Look at this, to the Queen, everyone. Look, see the tribute to the Queen. Look, 1 second, everyone. I'm just going to risk my life here. Look. Can you see this? Look, you see the tribute to the Queen? Ah. Grief is the price we pay for love. Isn't that nice, everyone? A tribute to Her Majesty, the Queen of Britain. Well, I think she's the Queen of, like, about... How many countries is the Queen of? About 9. No, 19. How many countries is the Queen of, Cheryl? Is it like 19 countries or something like that? She's the Queen of Australia. Is she the Queen of Canada? Oh, Christina. Carrie. Hello, everybody, for joining. Thank you very much for joining my tour today from a freezing cold St Andrews. Even the dogs have got jackets on. It's that cold here. Oh, 1 second. Just climb up the wall. Oh. So how's everyone doing today? Canada, the Western... 15, is it 15? I thought it was 19. Oh, it's freezing. God, I hope to God I'm not here in the winter. You need to start giving me lots of tips, everyone. Yeah, man, my plan is to move to Spain for the winter. So can you please leave extra tips today? Ah, isn't that lovely? Who's this? Half a piece. What's this? Can't even see what that says. Jolene! Ah, Gail, thanks, pal. That's me halfway to Spain now. Artemis, Lawrence, Chandra. How you doing, Jolene? Look. Ah, isn't that lovely? 2 young lovers have came along and sealed their love with a padlock. Ah, isn't that nice? Somebody's left a chain or a necklace here, look. I could have brought a set of rosary beads and left them, eh? I had a full signal a minute ago. What was back? Was that? I took 1 step and I went... This is crazy. I went down to 1 bar, right? I took 1 step and it went back up to full bar. Right, what about if I played you a tune? Does anyone recognise this beat yet? I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Any clues yet? Roberto! This is the beach, Jolene. This is the beach from Chariots of Fire. This is the very beach. Look. That's not it, obviously. You can just imagine them running along. No wonder they were so fast. The weather was probably as cold as this. They were running to get back to a bit of heat. Norma, Cal, Trisha, woohoo! Tariq, how are you doing, my friend? This is the beach from the Chariots of Fire, the famous movie. Vengelis, Chariots of Fire. Julie, yes, well I haven't got any money yet, but yes, I'm trying to get a statue of Mary Queen of Scots. Chang! Just imagine them running along there. How you doing, everybody? Look at the North Sea. I wouldn't say it's cold, but I've become a eunuch. Just imagine me running along there, everyone. Just imagine Paul. D. How are you doing? Sandy, Claudia, Sandra F. It's a good walking beach, yes, if it's not freezing your nuts off weather. Jolene, you crack me up. I thought you said, you lift me up higher than the wings of a dove, or something like that. Is that two different songs I've just sang? Yes, don't follow me for tours full of factual information. Sandy, you're my favourite Sandy in the whole world. Stephanie, it's Heygo. Ian, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Squash, tomatoes and stew. It was Ian's birthday the other day there, everyone. Say happy birthday to Ian. Hip, hip. Hurrah! Hip, hip. Hurrah! How old are you now, Ian? 22? I'm only 22. I had a hard paper round. Yep. Look at this beat. Oh, we've got a minute to go, everyone. It's blinking freezing here. I think I've aged 10 years just standing here. Oh, Marianne! Hello, Marianne. DT. What's the chat? What's the question? What's the chat about? I missed the chat about Lauren wanting something. I missed it. What's happening, everyone? Hey, mate. Oh, pardon me. Hey, Marianne. Helena, Naomi, Andrew. How you doing, my good friend? Beth, Lisa. Oh, pardon me. I just heard fish and chips, everyone. Where's the microphone gone? I thought my microphone had disappeared there. Hello. Hello, everyone. Paul here. Freezing cold today. I've lost 2 jackets on tour. I've lost 2 blinking jackets. 2 jackets. How's it going, everyone? Thank you very much for coming on my tour today of St Andrews. Is anyone here for the very first time? It blew away in this weather. Do we have any Heygo virgins? Margaret, crayfish, how's it going? Okay, this is a free to watch platform. If you like the tour, you can tip the tour guide. You can also even sponsor the tour guide for as little as £10 per month. And with that sponsorship, you'll get exclusive access to all my tours, adult-only content tours, and much, much more besides. If you like the tour, you can just leave a tip at any point. You can even go back after the tour is finished. In the centre of your screen is at the bottom, or somewhere on the bottom of your screen, is a round white button. If you press that button, it takes what we call postcards. Okay? Somewhere on the screen, if you are not already following my channel, please press follow. And that is one way you can help the tour guides. You can take hundreds of tour guides. What am I talking about? You can take hundreds and hundreds of tour guides. What am I slavering about today? You can take hundreds and hundreds of postcards, not tour guides. I don't know what I'm talking about today sometimes. Seriously, man. I talk absolute garbage. I don't know how I get away with it. For those of you who have just joined, this is a very famous beach. We're in the town of St Andrews. Population of about, depending on whether the students are here or not, between 19, 25, 30,000 people, something like that. But this is a very famous scene. That's the famous scene. Wish I could turn this up. Can you hear that? This is where it was made here. Benglis, exactly, Margaret. This is where that scene was filmed, right here. The opening scene. You can just imagine me, everyone, trying to avoid the cold weather, running along the beach, all these hot girls chasing me. Put it this way, if any hot girls were chasing me, I don't think I'd be running away. I think I'd be running towards them. In my knickers, oh yes, that's a sight. That my legs haven't seen the light of day since 1972. How's everyone doing? Is everyone in a good mood today, by the way? How's everyone doing? Let me know how you're feeling today. Hopefully everyone's in a positive, vibrant, hilarious mood today. Same, and I wasn't born until 77. I'll tell you what, it's so cold today you could actually wear gloves. It's freezing. So we're in the old course of St Andrews town here now. St Andrews is a lovely little town, mostly famous for universities, the Protestant Reformation of Scotland of 1560, and also it's the so-called home of golf. However, anyone who has been to tours before, you'll know that St Andrews is not the home of golf. The real home of golf is my hometown, Leith. And by the way, just to let you know, I've put a tour up. I've put a couple of tours up for the next couple of weeks. Hang on, I'm just going to cross over before I get killed by a car. Yeah, I've put some tours up. I'm going to do a hometown. Oh, look, there's some mushrooms. You think they're magic ones? This is not a tour, but the tone has been well lowered. Goodbye. What's wrong, Catherine? The tone has been lowered. Gee whiz. You've not been on any of my tours yet, have you, Catherine? Wow, if you think that tone was low, I can go much lower than that. It's okay. Some people don't get me, everyone. That's the joy of being a virtual tour guide. You can just leave. Yeah, you can just leave. I know not everyone gets that. My sense of humour, shall we say? But I try to keep it like. In fact, I should have done that at the start. Then, yeah, perhaps I should have said at the start. You know, this is tours for adults only. There's no children watching, is there? By the way. Look, this is the old course of St Andrews here. Look, the St Andrews Links course. The link is the land between the sea and the golf course. Look, St Andrews, like there's St Andrew in the middle. Look, St Andrew was, of course, crucified diagonally. He was not worthy to get crucified like Jesus, so he was crucified diagonally on a cross like that. So there's old St Andrew himself. St Andrew is the patron saint of Scotland. He hasn't always been the patron saint of Scotland. St Columba was the patron saint of Scotland, but the Scots felt that he wasn't a big enough or more popular enough or important enough saint, so they binned St Columba. There's no messing about in these days, you know. And then, of course, you didn't even tell Catherine about my cafe. Oh no, just imagine if Catherine had come on my train spotting tour. Woof. God, she would not have been happy with that. So we've got the old course here. Why was he crucified diagonally? Because he was not worthy to get crucified the same way as Jesus. And that's the same reason that St. Peter, the first pope, he was crucified upside down. Because he too was not worthy to get crucified like Jesus. Hello, Carol Sue. How are you doing, my good friend? Thank you so much for joining my tour today. So obviously there's a new golf tournament coming up. Look, Alfred Dunhill Links. Yeah, they weren't worthy to get crucified like Jesus, so they got some of the apostles chose to get crucified different ways. Of course, St. Stephen was the first apostle to get martyred. I think St. Stephen was stoned to death, wasn't he? Is that right? Can anyone check that? I'm sure St. Stephen was the first martyr and he was stoned to death. Not as in stoned as he went to Amsterdam for a long weekend. I know, I'm just waiting for the day they've got smelly vision. I've said it before. I can't wait for it. I'll be on the Amsterdam tours and everything. Colorado as well. Anyone from Colorado here? Hey, Suzanne. How many people live here? How many people live here? It depends. The population is 17,000, but then the students had about 9,000 on top of that, so it could be up to 26,000. But normally, if the students are not here, around about 17,000. It's only a small town, you know. Colorado, yeah, I've been wanting to go to Colorado for years. Colorado was the first state, I think, in America to allow people to use recreational marijuana. I have a personal interest in marijuana because I launched Scotland's first cannabis cafe. In fact, I'm doing a tour about cannabis on Heygo. I got asked to change the wording of it by Heygo. Heygo pulled me up yet again. In fact, that Catherine's probably waited to tell Heygo about me yet again. Once I finish this tour, I bet I've got an email from Heygo. Paul, I'm already on a warning. Ah, yes, Andrew, well done, buddy. I've seen that. Thank you. Well done, my man. Well done, Andrew. Sandy, what kind of stoned? Did you change the title? Yes, I did. Heygo made me. I'm a rebel without a clue. In fact, I'm going to change my channel page from Paul Edinburgh to Rebel Without a Clue. Paul, did I graduate? No, I didn't even go to school much, mate. Only went to school for less than 2 years. Yeah, no, Heygo made me take it, change it. So here's the famous Silquin Bridge. This is where all the golfers go. All the tourists come and get their photograph taken. In fact, can we try and do a shot again? I'm just going to try and see if I can get this lined up, everyone. 1 second. Can you take a postcard of me? The original title was Getting High with Paul. I think it was just a bit too much for Heygo. 1 second, everyone. Get away, I'm getting attacked by a wasp. Ah! So try and get a postcard for me on the bridge. I'm going to use it for my next header image once I get a chance. You know, it's very popular with tourists, as you can imagine. And there's somebody else coming up as well. You've got to wait your turn here, you know. Are you allowed to take dogs? Yeah. On a Sunday, yeah. It's not a golf course on a Sunday. You won't see anyone playing golf here on a Sunday. If you look around, it's just a park. It becomes a park on a Sunday. Yep. Imagine the greenkeepers waking up on Monday morning, doing their rounds of the golf course, and there's lots of dog pee all over the place. Can you imagine? Oh, come on, man, you're ripping the pee now, man, you know? That's about 5 photographs, pal. Come on, man, there's a lot of people waiting here. Right, you ready, everyone? Try and take a postcard of me. Hope you got that. Hope you got that. Oh, my mic, look what I've just done. I've just broke my microphone. Hang on a minute, I've just broke my microphone. Well, I've not broke it, the covers just came off. I wonder what Catherine got upset about. Was it because somebody said that they pictured me running in my knickers? Or maybe it was me saying about the Swedish blonde girl. I don't know. I wonder what sent her over the edge. It wasn't even that bad today. I thought it was quite reserved. It is the Sabbath after all. I don't even swear on the Sabbath. John Knox will come and get me. Freezing my balls. Did I say that? Oh well. Oh, sugar. Oh well. As I say, I'll have an email waiting from Heygo when I get back. That's bridge is where Jack Nicholson kissed it. Oh, it's freezing, man. Ah, it could have been the eunuch. Because I said a eunuch. Seriously? That's not bad language, is it? I laughed so hard I spat out my coffee. Excuse me. Oh, okay. So what it is, the bridge, right, it connects the 1st and the 18th. See over here, see the little bridge? It connects the 1st and the 18th T here. So the first tee's off over here and the 18th is over here as well. It's hard to show you. Unix, is Unix a swear word? I don't think Unix is a swear word, is it? Can somebody check that? I didn't think Unix was a swear word. I thought it was just like, you know, when the weather's cold, things kind of like disappear or shrink. It's not I don't know. I remember once I got somebody said to me on a tour once, don't say the word turd. Like, try to say turd was a swear word. I'm like, turd? You think turd is a swear word? Wow. What kind of life do you live if you think turd is a swear word? Needless to say, I just ignored the person. And I said it even more. I know, what about the people who complained about my cannabis tour? They can't even come on my tour. I replied to Heygo, right? Heygo sent me an email saying, oh, we've had some complaints and all this nonsense. And I says to them back, I says, why have they had complaints from people who can't even join the tour? It's a sponsor-only tour. They can't even come on it. I just don't know. Some people. Hello, everyone. See the famous, see up here, a house just got sold up here for millions. Imagine you've got a seat up, a house up there. Imagine how much money you could make. Andrew. I loved your... Ah, thanks, Andrew. And you can imagine that. You got a view of the 1st and the 18th up there. They build the big stands, but the penthouse suites can still see them. See the big stands are getting... They had the open here this year as well. Aye, well, see, if you join my tours, if I make you happy joining my tours, can you send Heygo? I was going to call Heygo. Man, you'd be thinking it's like I've been on drinking whiskey or vodka or getting high or something all day. I'm getting all my words mixed up today for some reason. Hey, Robin, how you doing? Witty. Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank you for all the nice comments. But yeah, if you can email, see the Hamilton Grand here. This was an American guy who got rejected. He got rejected. I've not got much time here. There's too much to show you in St Andrews. I've not got much time. So this guy here, he got rejected for a membership of the golf course. So he just built this, just to annoy them. Good on you, pal. I think Trump tried to buy that. Is that the one Trump tried to buy? Trump's got two golf courses in Scotland. Sandy, once you sponsor, I can't figure out how to... One second, I'm just going to show you the Protestants matter here. Samantha from Wisconsin. Did they run the show Guilt in England? Yeah, got Guilt, yep. What's the cost of a sponsor? It's only £10 per month. The sponsorship is only £10 a month. So it's not too bad. You know, that gives you access to all my tours. If you don't have to watch my tours live. I can just send you a link to rewatch them at your convenience. I'm going to do 2 sponsor-only tours a month. Adult only. Comments about Unix welcome. This is the Protestant Matters here. Patrick Hamilton, Henry Forrest, George Wishart and Walter Mill, they were burnt at the stake. There we get some nice postcards, everyone. Are you all taking lots of postcards, please? The best way one of the best ways, apart from tipping, is to help take lots of postcards. We'll talk about the Reformation in a little while, okay? I am going to talk about the Reformation. Obviously, John Knox, well, it was actually here. It played a very big role in the Reformation. I'm going to try and get you up to a church. I've got so much to show you, but not enough time. So I'm just going to quickly try and cover as much as I can, okay? Whoa, I'm getting attacked by wasps or something here. I don't know what it is. I've got 50 postcards of the toilet. Well done, Robert. D, thank you, D. Woohoo, look at this. Ham's home. Hamilton's home. Ham's home. Pub and grill, yeah. Some of them, my Voyagers here, they helped me get 500,000 postcards. Suzanne especially was very diligent in her taking off postcards, shall we say. I admire her what's that word, man? How do you say this word, everyone? Indefatigability? No, that's not it. Oh, God. That's it. D. Indefatigable. That's the one. I couldn't remember that word there. Indefatigability. I still can't even say it properly. You should hear me trying to say philosopher. I struggle with that word as well. See? I can't even say it. Hans! How you doing, Hans? And everyone saw you coming in. How you doing, Hans, my good friend? Good nabbing. Look, do you know what har is? Does anyone know what har is? Does anyone know what har means? Har is a fog. There's a very famous golf shop, by the way. Ochterlonies. Look. Ochterlonies. Suzanne, I'm not angry, Suzanne. I'm just disappointed. I'm only kidding. Look. So look at this, everyone. See one of the golf famous the trophies is the Cleric Jug. See the Cleric Jug? The Cleric Jug can be traced back to the real home of golf. St Andrews is not the home of golf. Leith is the real home of golf. And the Cleric Jug can actually be traced back to the golfers of Leith who used to drink clarets after the golf tournaments. The world's first golf tournament under today's rules took part in 1744. St Andrews came down to play Leith in 1754 and copied our rules. And then they called themselves the Royal and Ancient. And the Leith golf course moved away. Robert, yes, I'm doing a tour about Leith next week, everyone. So some people have not been in my hometown. So if you want to see, it's adult content. I'll put it I think I put it about 6 o'clock. Can somebody post a link to my Leith tour, please, for me? I'll put a few tours up. How did St Andrews? Yeah, because the golf course in Leith moved away. And then St Andrews, they called themselves the Royal and Ancient. And it kind of just stuck. Because the golf course moved away from Leith, the part of the golf course is still there. It's called Leith Links. Now, if anyone knows anything about golf, a links course is next to the sea. It's the link between the land and the sea. And the Leith Links course was partly reclaimed land from the sea. Hang on, I'm just going to overtake this. Sandy, aren't all my tours adult content only? Well, I suppose that's up for debate. Sometimes I do a Harry Potter tour. Thank you for that. Yeah, but I don't swear. Well, I try not to swear when I'm on a course. When I'm on a course, listen to me. What am I talking about on a course? I've got no idea what I'm slavering about today. I slaver and talk some absolute nonsense. Look at this, everyone. Yeah, the Harry Potter tour is quite innocent. Yeah, I've got full signal, anyone. There must have been a monastery here with the Greyfriars. We need a joke. I have to be careful. This is the students are here this week. It's Freshers Week here in St Andrews in Edinburgh. I'm supposed to be in Edinburgh doing lots of tours for tourists. There we go again. For students. I'm supposed to be doing lots of tours for students today, the last couple of days in Edinburgh. Yeah, try refreshing. I've got full signal here. Watch it, it's fresher week. Sandy, it's the first week or so of this. You know, the new students come to a university and they just get drunk for the whole week. And gee, some of them just get drunk for the whole time at that university. But anyway, yeah, it's the week that all the new students come for the first time. I'll point out some nice restaurants and cafes. I can't find your YouTube channel. So Lupo's is great for burgers. Yes, Stephanie. Yeah, Andrew, I didn't get to go to Lisbon. I had to cancel it because of the COVID. I was supposed to go to Lisbon and Porto, Amsterdam and Berlin. I had to cancel them all because of COVID. They changed the restrictions on it. So yeah, I was pretty devastated. So I will hopefully go back to some point to do tours in Lisbon and Porto, Berlin and Amsterdam. Thank you for that, by the way. Can I do it this year? Probably not, because I'm hopefully going to Spain in the winter. I'm hopefully moving to Spain for the winter period for 2.5 months anyway, because of all the Brexiteers voting to leave Europe. Scotland, of course, voted to stay in Europe, but England voted to leave. Sorry, Claudia. Claudia, thank you so much for coming anyway. Thank you, my good friend. Yeah, next year, hopefully I'm going to go. You'll see, I'm just going to show you some of these lovely buildings here. You can imagine 9,000 students has a big impact on the town. It pushes the property prices up. It's a very expensive place to eat as well. What's this in here? I've never been up here. I just saw this garden here. What's this? You can still go to Spain for holiday. You can go to Spain for 3 months, but if you go for 3 months, you cannot go back for another 3 months to anywhere in Europe. Oh, it's just a library. I thought it was a nice garden or something. Look, here we go. There we go. Look, everyone in Muswell coming here. Look. Woo! 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 Susanna, your dog's barking. Look, doggy! Changing mental health for good. Look. If you go to Spain, yeah, I'll go to Malaga. Look, there, doggy. They're outside barking at the deer. Here, Susanna, have you got guns? I'm just speaking to my Texan friends on tour. One of my Texan friends has got a big house and he's got he catches wild pigs and shoots them. Yeah, they've got a problem with wild pigs. So he showed me a picture of 4 pigs that he had got trapped in a cage. The next picture he showed me, the pigs were lying on the floor dead. I'm like, are you just allowed to shoot them? Wild boars, yeah, boars he said as well. There's that there. Some of the Texans are, woohoo, they like their guns. Suzanne, I thought you said wild boar are tasty. So the wee piggies get shot. This little piggy goes to market, eh? You can't even sell them too as well, eh? So you see here, so you see some of this stone here on the old buildings. This could have been stolen from the cathedral here. You see the old rubble, see it's got the old stone in it. Some of this might have been stolen from the cathedral. Look, everyone, look at the name of the street. Look. I had that this morning. Oh, I had an Indian curry last night. I woke up this morning and poof. Aye, butts wind all right. Just as well Catherine's not here, eh? Catherine, come back. Where did you go to, Catherine? Oh well, she missed a great tour. Renata, save my love, my darling, save my love. Oh no, that was Rennie and Renata, wasn't it? Who remembers Rennie and Renata? Save your love, my darling, save your love. this. Oh, I remember last time I tried to go in that church and somebody nearly assaulted me. Still need a joke. Oh, I'm just trying to think of one that's suitable. Got to be. Oh, by the way, I've got a Mary Queen of Scots tour tomorrow, right? Look, everyone. See, tomorrow the Queen's funeral. The Queen is having a funeral service, right? From 11 o'clock till 3. Oh, look, it's nearly 2 o'clock. The Ring of Fire. So I tried to go in this church the last time. This is where the students can get married. See in there? Let's go and see if I can get in the church this time. Last time I tried to go in the church, there was a wedding or something on. Anita, we're in St Andrews. This is the college halls, look. See the unicorn and the lion. These are the college halls. Lots of university buildings. There's no map. I don't know what happened with the map. I'm using a different phone. I have to use my Android phone here. My iPhone doesn't get a signal in St Andrews, unfortunately. Look at the detail on the building there. Look. See that? Look at that, everyone. Nice postcard there. Yeah, my SIM card on my iPhone is EE, and I don't get a very good signal in St Andrews for some reason, so I have to switch to my Android phone. And this has got a... What's this one got? Oh, is this one free or EE? No, I think this is EE, and my iPhone is 3 or something. No, I can't remember. Anyway, I've got 2 different SIM cards, and one doesn't work. So let's go and see if we can go inside the church. What time is tomorrow's tour? Yeah, so I've got a tour on tomorrow at 12:45, lunchtime. But the Queen's funeral is on. I was thinking of cancelling the tour as a mark of respect to the Queen. I didn't realise when I booked the tour that another Queen would be dead on the day I was holding my Queen Mary Scots tour. So I think I should cancel it or give somebody... Because the thing is, a lot of people might not want to watch the funeral, you know. Paul, have I been in therapy? I've had counselling before. I've not been in therapy. That's what I need. I think I would probably send the therapist insane. Let's have a look at those old gate here. If you have it, I'm going to introduce my mum to the tours. I think do it. Trisha says cancel it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm in a conundrum. Is that a conundrum? Is that what you call it? A conundrum. Let's go and see if we can get inside the church now. Ah, the gate's shut. Oh well. Can't go in. Ah well, let's go down to the cathedral. Cancel. Yeah, it's a funny one. I don't know what to do. Cancel it. By the way, St Andrews is only made up of 3 streets. North Street, South Street and Market Street. There's lots of little streets interconnecting, however. You see? So it's a great place to come and just explore the streets, have a look about, and yeah, just wander about, try and find somewhere nice to eat. Do I have children? I've got my son's 21, he's just left home. Well, when I say left home, I kicked him out. Did you hear about the sausage and the egg in the frying pan? Did you hear about the sausage and the egg in a frying pan? The sausage turned round to the egg and says, "Wow, it's very hot in here, isn't it?" And the egg turned round and says, "Bloody hell, a sausage that talks." Did you get that one? Pretty crap, like. I know it's a dad joke, I know it's bad. Look at this Art Deco building here. I have to think, you know, it's, I have to be careful, I don't want any more complaints. Catherine's probably already away. Look at this Art Deco building here. I like Art Deco. Sandy, I know it's crap, I know. Look, here we go. Then look at this monstrosity building they put up here. Imagine being allowed to build this in St Andrews. Can you imagine? I've got to be back on my coach for 2:30 today. Oh, by the way, I'm just so good to you guys. Do we have any, you know how it's the funeral for Kate? No, what's her name? The Queen, not Kate. Kate's not dead. Why did the Siamese twins move to St Andrew? Because the brother wanted to drive. Look. Look. This is where William and Kate. Sandy, yes, I've got one. Well, I wouldn't call him a child. He's 21. Look, this is where William and Kate met. Well, they went for their first date. So if you do want to, if you're into the royal history, you can come and go for a date in the place where William and Kate went on their first. In fact, 1 second, I'll just show you this castle. There's so much to see and do in St Andrews. I've not got enough time, but I'm just going to quickly show you the St Andrews Castle. And here's the Episcopalian Church. The Episcopalians was sided with the Jacobites, of course, during the 1745. Yeah, I asked them to leave. Any decent grounds in here? Oh. Nice little Episcopalian church. You can see the difference in the age. So this is obviously older than this part of the church. So you can see the sandstone here is much smoother cut. Nice little garden. But I've not got time to show you all this, everyone. I'm just going to show you the castle and the cathedral. Of course, this is like a castle that the Scots destroyed themselves. Well, the English did destroy it as well, right enough, but the Scots destroyed it to stop it falling back into the hands of the English. And then the French destroyed it. A bunch of Protestant rebels, including John Knox, managed to seize control of the castle here, and they holed up for a couple of weeks. The Catholics were trying their best to get into they were trying to tunnel through the road. They bombarded it. Then the French came along. What does my son do? He's now just switched jobs. He was doing scaffolding, and now he's in bricklaying. Does he not pay me? Yes, he's just doing my head in. I want peace and quiet. So, of course, this is one of the Protestant martyrs. George Wishart was burnt at the stake here. This is the castle of St Andrews. So it's quite an old one, actually. Originally 1300s, 13th century maybe. And then the Scots destroyed it to stop it falling back into the hands of the English. Then it was kind of rebuilt. Then the Protestants took control of it from the Catholics during the Reformation period. And then the French came to bombard it. Does he rent? Nice. Moved back to his mum's, unfortunately, Andrew. I'm divorced. Yes, divorced. Look at that. So it's an ancient ruined castle. Yeah, the French, because of the alliance between the Scots and the French came along to help get rid of the Protestants. And of course, they just bombarded it. Look at it. Not much of it left, of course, you know. It's all gone. Lovely, but isn't it? Imagine the views. But the French destroyed it. The Scots destroyed it. Look at these as well. We've got outdoor swimming pools here, built in about the 1920s. It's not too windy just now, actually. It's actually warmed up a little bit just now. Pools. They were outside swimming pools. They kind of fell. Oof, got that girl down there. Look at the Instagrammers. Look. The Instagrammers. She must be cold, eh? I bet you could hang a couple of... no, Anita, I'm just going to the cathedral soon. This is the castle. So yeah, during the lockdown, it's actually became very popular again in Scotland, swimming outside. I was watching people swimming in the sea earlier on. People were swimming in the sea today. Can you imagine? Swimming in the sea. This is St Andrew's Castle for the third time, everyone. Destroyed. It's 13th century, but it was destroyed by the Scots. The English had control of it during the Wars of Independence, so the Scots destroyed it. It was rebuilt. No problem, Anita. I just like to have a laugh. What temperature is the sea? Bloody cold. I've got no idea, but it's probably about 50 Fahrenheit outside. I would say it's probably about 20 Fahrenheit, maybe 30 Fahrenheit in that sea. I don't know, but I wouldn't like to try it. But look, there's a girl getting her. 0, yeah. Look at the girl. She's got like a little dress on. She must be cold. Julie, do you know any bars or McDonald's? McDonald? Not heard that. Look. This is a famous clan. Can you still hear and see me okay? Look at the flag flying at half-mast. What the flags are flying at? She's wearing a pair of purple wellies. Yes, I'll tell you what, she'll be able to hang her jacket up, no problem. maybe get 2 jackets. Duffel coat. Doggy, hello doggy. I'm glad only 2 people got that joke there. I might get myself into trouble yet again. Got audio and freeze. Yeah, seriously, man. I've got a full signal for most of the time. But every now and again, the signal drops down. Am I a dog or a cat person? Hey, dog. Dogs. I grew up with a cat. Have you not heard this before? Your porn star name. You know how you get porn stars and they get their names? Well, what they do is they take their mother's maiden name and your first pet. So my first pet was a cat called Cheeky. So my porn star name would be Cheeky Bird. And the signal's dropped. Let's see if I can go in here. Sometimes there's a grumpy member of staff sitting and they give me a dirty look. Let's see. It's maybe too cold for the staff. Oh yes, let's go with the winter. So this is St Andrew's Cathedral. Price dog. Figaro Sharp. Yeah, the signal. Can you ask somebody to refresh everyone? This used to be one of the largest pilgrimages in the world. Second only to it was actually bigger than the Camino de Santiago. The bones of St Andrew were brought here sometime between the 4th and the 9th century. Can you repeat how you get your porn star name? Your first pet. So you take your first pet, followed by your mother's maiden name. Thank you, Trisha. So St Andrew's bones were brought here sometime between the 4th and the 9th century. There's 2 different versions of how his bones were brought here. It's alleged that St Regulus and others brought his bones here in the 4th century. But again, there's other theories. Sandy Collier. Jimmy Grenard. Strong chick. So these bones were brought here sometimes between the 4th and the 9th century. So they decided to build a cathedral to host the bones of St Andrew. I think it was like a tooth. Was it a kneecap? Was it 3 fingers, a tooth, and a bit of something else was brought here? So they built this big, massive cathedral. Girth Brooks. Buck naked. Lance. So this cathedral was basically built to host the bones of St Andrew. And of course, John Knox preached here in, just a church up the road in 1559. and the sermon was so controversial, the Protestants ran down to the cathedral and ransacked it. Of course, Cardinal Beaton was martyred, because what happened, the Catholics had burnt at the stake 7 Protestants. Remember the monument I showed you? The 7 martyrs, the Protestant martyrs, George Wishart and others. So they responded by killing him as well. Cardinal Beaton. John Knox was kidnapped by the French when they destroyed the castle. He was kept as a slave for 2 years on a galley before escaping, and he spent a lot of time in Europe studying with John Calvin and others. And that's why when John Knox came back, he launched what we call today Presbyterian. Look at this. You'll be getting some nice postcards, everyone. So this was the biggest church ever built in Scotland. It was the biggest building. Beautiful, isn't it? Look at this bit that's left. Gretel Roger. Oh, that could be some connotation there, Trisha. Roger, you know. Oh, look, we've got a we've got a wishing mail. You ready to make a wish? I'm going to put a £1 coin in it. Let's make a wish, everyone. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, it never even fell in, look. I missed the hole. Look at the size of the hole and I missed it. Can you believe that? I missed it. There we go. Look. It only took about a second to land. But how can I miss a hole big as that? In fact, I'm saying nothing. I could get myself into trouble if I said what I was going to say there. Oh, I'm glad I stopped myself right there. That was a close one. I'm saying nothing. Don't anybody say anything. I'll get into trouble. It did involve hair. Oh. So there you go, one. Oh, Fab, just to finish off the tour. Probably what you were thinking, Carol Sue. Mind you, there's a lot of girls don't have that anymore. Really? Kind of fashionable thing now. Ah, look, there must be a 4th year student. You see how he's got the robe? See the red robes? He's a 4th year student. She's a 2nd year. That's how you tell. They have to wear their red robes. So we've made one wish, everyone. We're going to make another wish. See the gate here? I see how they're wearing the robes off the shoulder there. See what one? And he's wearing the 2 off the shoulder. That means he's ready to leave the university. He's a 4th year. Another one is 1st or 2nd. I can't remember. One of the 2. Yeah, they wear it on different, depending on what year you're in. Yeah, and then again, what you're taking as well. So everyone, you ready to make a wish? As we pass through, I've made one wish. We're now going to make another one, okay? So see here. There's 1560 the church fell into ruin during the Reformation. 1560. St Andrews played a big massive role in the Reformation. Look at this. So St Andrews is a walled city, like a lot of cities. So look here. So you've got to place your hand as you pass through. Right, make a wish, everyone. I wish my Fitbit had my email. Does anyone know how to set up email to a Fitbit? That's what I'm wishing for. You wishing, everyone? Wish upon a star. There we go. I'm annoying the locals now. Yeah, so some of the, after the Reformation, you see the stone. You see the stone on the building here? That was probably stolen from the cathedral. Look at the window here as well. See the arch above the window, above the lintel there. Can you see that? So some of the stone would have been stolen from the cathedral and used to build houses. Because after the Reformation, it just got destroyed down. I don't think the window tax was back then, like, you know, but it could be. They did have the window tax where if you bricked up your window, you didn't get charged as much tax. And that's where the saying daylight robbery came from. Oh, look at this, everyone. Got a Lamborghini coming up. Oh, in fact, I need to go. I need to be back on my coach. When you're on your app, set up your phone. Look. Lambo. I'm just going to show you this gelateria. If you come to St Andrews, it's got a famous gelateria here. If I can cross the road. 1 second, I'm going to cross the road to show you this gelateria and then I'll finish the tour. You want the green one? Yeah, good luck with your job hunt, Andrew. Has anyone got any questions before I head off? Thank you so much for coming on my tour today. If you enjoyed the tour, you can leave a tip if you can afford to leave a tip. You could possibly think about sponsoring me as well, if that's your thing. So there is Janetta's Gelateria. We're going down to Edinburgh now. I'm going to my hometown of Edinburgh. Edward died in November, buried under Robert Graham's house. So there we go, everyone. I hope you had a nice time on the tour today. Thank you very much for joining my tour. I'm probably going to do my tour tomorrow. I'm going to decide tomorrow if I'm doing my tour, okay? So watch this space, everyone. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. And I'll see you soon. Waving, bye-bye. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for the tips.